Yeah.
She is.
Brunch, please. Take 1.
It's the only way to get started, right?
Yeah. Ready.
I know how to get started.
I feel like this is a quick and dirty.
I've been practicing it. Brunch, please. What do you guys like better?
Hold up. Hey, woman, so we moving, we slow. We gon' hey, we gon' rock it till the wheels fall off. Hold up. Hey, woman, so we rock it too. Pick up. See, hope you're ready for the next episode.
I watched the Elvis movie since I've seen you guys, so I could be like, I want a little bit of brunch, please.
Oh my God, are you serious? Did you just recently watch that?
Yeah, Alicia.
I didn't even know I was an Elvis fan until I saw that. Would we call him a young man?
Yeah.
And I mean, you guys, again, this will shock you. I was pretty turned on. I'm not kidding you. That movie is amazing.
He got so in character that, he's going out with Cindy Crawford's daughter.
Yeah.
That he talked like Elvis for a year.
He still talks like it, apparently. They're like
That's
giving it
so-
yes.
Can you imagine if you were like in a movie where you were like, hello, I'm a little foreign girl, and you just talked like that for a year?
No, because
My mom
I
and
think
dad
people
would be
would
like, knock it down.
yes, people would say,
no,
that
no.
is enough.
Yeah.
I think
it's like Dorit.
Yeah.
dude.
Yes. Although I
And
do
her
really
fake
like her.
accent. Dorit, they're like, where is she from? I'm like, where the fuck is she from?
Cincinnati.
Is she from Candyland?
She's from Cincinnati.
I think she is.
Or Connecticut or something. I think it's
I'm from Chicago.
No, that would be really hard if you were him because he like grew up like doing like that dorky character from like the Disney Channel, and then they made him like this incredible sex symbol. I think it'd be pretty hard to take a step back. You know?
Yeah. He's owning it. He's in it. Yeah. He's in
Miley
it.
Cyrus, Justin Timberlake, Ryan Gosling, Jessica Simpson. Oh,
Britney Spears.
B. Spears.
Well,
We can't get
that one.
It turns out everybody that does Disney ends up a sex symbol.
Sure.
Or their life is ruined. I don't know. Maybe we should talk about that.
I mean,
I don't want to.
No, not today.
too
There's
hard.
a lot
There's
to
not
unpack.
no
Like, I mean, like pull out the encyclopedia.
I haven't seen, I saw Alicia because I called her on the verge of a mental breakdown while Dave was out of town. And we danced in my living room till 1:30 in the morning, and it was fantastic.
Ah, that's
That
what you
was
need.
nice.
That's
and you were
therapy.
sick too. I sent you medicine.
Oh my God, you were
Lie.
an angel. You were an angel.
Yeah, I
you were an angel. You sent me medicine.
Yes.
She DoorDashed me medicine to my house because
She's
she
an angel.
called me and I sounded like Marge Simpson.
I've never heard you so sick.
It was
She
bad.
was like, hello, Michelle.
It was so bad.
Was that when you were from the week before we had
Yes.
recorded?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm just getting over a little cold.
I said I'm starting to feel a little under the weather. Carradine got me sick. Remember
Superbugs.
Super Bowl? I was like, oh, I was in the ER with Carradine. Anyways, I ended up getting sick.
Yeah.
And she DoorDashed me a plethora of get well.
I sent her a bag of drugs.
Drugs.
Like a
and
little can of
snacks
chicken noodle
and
soup.
treats. She is an angel.
She is an
So,
angel amongst us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
I am very excited. We also have a dear friend whose birthday, and my husband.
Oh.
So I think we should.
And
Ian's
Chris. Chris's was yesterday.
And Chris, so should we do a little birthday
Yeah.
cheers
Yeah.
shout out?
Do you want to sing
Yeah.
the Bennigan song?
You can sing it.
Oh,
Ready?
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Have your special day. Happy birthday. That's all we're here to say. Hey, happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday from Brunch, please to you. Now let's sing it under champagne.
I love
All right.
it.
We love you, AJ.
And Ian. And
Ian.
who else's birthday?
And Chris.
And
Chris's
Chris.
bir- Oh.
I was going to start with Chris. if it
Any way
makes
we
you
could
feel
get a
any
shot
better.
of Chris?
Yeah. Well, we'll insert him.
Can we have Chris's headshot?
Yes. Yes. I'll have Brandon.
Okay, March babies, all super emotional, so lock it up.
Oh,
okay,
so
moving
emotional.
on.
Okay.
Is that true?
Oh my gosh. Pisces are very emotional.
Yeah,
Humans.
they're wild individuals. And you know what? Like I'm newly subscribed to the astrology
Yes.
world. I have to tell you, adds up,
Adds
pans out,
Yes.
facts.
I think
1
birth
million
order
percent.
does
Everybody
too.
born
Yeah.
in March is one of the most wild people I know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
We just got back from Mexico. And as soon as I got back, I had to watch Vanderpump Rules. Because
Okay, I
had
didn't
to
watch
watch
any
this.
of the new things because I like to, again, have strong opinions about things I don't have all the information about.
Okay.
Let me just tell you what James Kennedy said.
Is this current?
You're going to be looking
Yes.
for Easter eggs for the rest of the season, mate.
What is that? What does that mean,
He
James?
means clues. But James Kennedy is the funniest person on television.
I said that
He has
years
the best
and years and years
one-liners
ago.
ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
I wish that we had time to go back to season 1. I don't even know. He was light on season 1 when we started.
When you loved him, he was doing the dog show, and he was like, stop, like going, "Cuckoo," and he was like, somebody pick up your Toyota keys.
Yes. It was like season
I told Michelle, I said,
something.
he is low-key going to be one of the shining stars of this
Do you know, I
establishment.
guarantee you if we asked him to come on the show, he probably would.
I would love
that.
I love to watch him from afar because he's like a train wreck. I just can't take my
Well, now he's not coming.
But
Just called him a train wreck.
he's a
Oh,
train
he's
wreck.
not afraid of that. He'll
Yeah.
come and he'll
knows.
be like, I
He
might
knows.
be a train wreck.
Don't make
but-
me say the D word or the
Somebody
S word.
said he was like great for TV, and I feel like that might be a terrible compliment. I mean, people have said it to me.
His
so, like,
godfather was George Michael. So
Is
that
he?
makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, he passed away.
Oh, yeah.
wait, I thought
his
his
but
dad
as-
was George Michael. No, he was the producer of George Michael. Dang
They
it.
also
Aw.
look totally different. Now that I'm saying it out loud, though, James Kennedy does kind of look like George Michael.
Is that the Easter egg we're talking about?
I mean, it could be. Aside from talking about James, obviously, we have to talk about Scandoval.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Speechless.
speechless.
Again, I think this is important. Not that these facts matter, but I always assumed if it was going to be coming out that he had an affair, that it was most definitely going to be with a man.
Tom Schwartz.
1,000,000%.
No.
No, I think a
I
more
thought for sure the
eccentric
other
man.
time.
Yes,
No,
definitely.
I'm
What
with
the
you.
curveball for me was Raquel. I was like, she's like the girl. Wasn't she like a Miss something?
Have you heard her speak?
Yeah.
I mean, I have.
How did she win a pageant? Brandon even asked me the other night, that not being mean, he said, don't you have to, like, don't they ask you questions? Don't you
Serious
have to
questions.
speak? Like, how did she win?
I like bunnies, and I also like putting makeup on. Being
In her
pretty.
shaky, scared voice.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
yeah. She
wide-eyed,
always sounds like
that's
she's
really
about to
good.
cry.
Yes, always. Like it's like,
I like.
Do you
bunnies.
guys, what are your thoughts? I feel like people are being really heavy-handed with this.
I
Is
think
that-
so too.
I mean, I feel like they're actually kind of a little out of control.
it's gotten
For the
extreme.
news in the world that's going on right now, I mean, we've had a lot happening. And this is like top page or front page.
It wasn't even in the New York Post. I think it's just shocking because it's Raquel, like you said. And I think what's unfair is people being like, you said it earlier. Oh, well, is she surprised that he met his new girlfriend the way she met him? But Tom's ex-girlfriend, Kristen, went on her podcast and was like, can everybody lay off? Him and I were barely living together. We were on the outs. They made out at a pool. They started dating after we broke up. I'm over it. Everyone else needs to get over it.
Well, that's also
And
a
that's not
lie
a full
because we
circle
were
karma.
fans and we watched it in live time and they cheated at Coachella. Their texts were there.
Oh, I think I just read that today.
Yeah,
We
hooked
watched
up.
that episode. It was one of my faves.
They did hook up.
Ariana says he asked
they
me to
hooked
get
up
on
at Coachella.
his shoulders, and then they flashed to Raquel on Tom's shoulders.
Yeah. Like, do you see the trend?
If that's all it takes,
Coachella
ladies,
brings
ask
people
for more.
together.
Ask for more.
The thing that
That should not
bothers
be
me,
all it
I think,
takes.
the most, though, with Raquel is that Ariana was her friend and befriended her
Yes.
when no one else did.
Yes.
And that I don't like. That's where I get like,
I do agree with you 100%. Whatever the moon said, I'm in.
yeah,
I am telling you, that is trash can behavior.
that is trash can. Like,
Absolutely.
you know, if they had issues in their relationship and Tom cheats, I'm not condoning that he cheats, but
I mean,
that's
it's
whatever. But if
disgusting,
you're
horrible
friends with
behavior.
somebody
Yeah.
and like going
That's the betrayal.
swimsuit shopping,
That's
and
the
then
betrayal.
meanwhile you're like having sex with their boyfriend
Not
in
just
the corner,
friend, like really good
and then
friend.
while she's
After
sleeping
his
at the
shows.
house,
Oh, you're trash.
can you imagine this?
Yeah.
The whole thing gives me heebie-jeebies.
I just
I am
can't-
kind of overseeing it now.
Yeah,
I'm kind
it's
of
gotten
over people
overboard.
talking about everyone's posting the same things, and it's kind of getting old news. I just want to watch the rest of the season.
I just think that it's kind of crazy that they hooked up we're hooking up. And then she's getting this amount of attention over something. Like, this has happened several times over the show.
Yeah.
Like, the first big one was when Kristen and Jack.
Yeah. Well,
Hooked
Tom
up.
was sleeping, and Tom got
Yeah.
mad at Jax while he
Yeah.
was sleeping. They were
Yeah.
they were
Granted, this
banging
is
on the
over-
couch.
Clearly over 10-year span. So
Yeah.
like, they were children back then, in my opinion. Except, no, they weren't. Because I just recently read
They were
Tom
28.
Sandoval is 40.
40.
He's 40 years old. One, he looks great. I'm just a spade is wait. Whatever you're doing.
He's good at self-care. He really is.
Well, obviously. So the curveball, again, for me, was that it was Raquel. I thought for sure it would have been somebody named Tomas.
Or Peter. I mean,
It's not on my notes.
I mean,
I'm with
Peter,
you
but, like,
100%.
Peter's a good guy. He would never cheat. Like,
well, he is a
Peter's
pirate.
a weirdo.
yeah, weirdo vibes for sure.
Very weird.
So obviously that is hot. Here's another weird thing that I do have with Ariana though that I remember from like seasons past. Do you remember when Tom comes on, and this was like 3 or 4 seasons ago, and he's like, yeah, Ariana doesn't like have sex with me
Yeah.
anymore. And then she also doesn't like it if like I want to like engage in anything other than sex.
Yeah.
To like make her comfortable if she doesn't want to do that, because she says that she hates her
body.
vagina.
Yeah, she had
She said,
body
I have body
issues.
dysmorphia
Yeah.
just for my vagina though.
But
I
I'm gonna
remember-
say though, if Tom knowing that and he
tough.
wanted but if
Not
he
having
wanted all the
sex
things,
with your partner.
then you say, I need sex from my partner, or I might go find it somewhere. Like, be open with them about it.
I think
Right.
it's also very humiliating
Don't
that
just-
she said that on national TV.
Which part?
That she
The-
doesn't like her
Yeah.
vagina.
Yeah.
She was very. There was a whole episode. She
I'm
said it
sure
the
that's
whole
actually a
episode.
I
very
know.
relatable feeling though, because
I'm
there
sure
are
it is
many
too,
people.
but what did you picture when she said that? Because I wasn't picturing anything nice.
I was picturing a perfect dolphin smile, and I was picturing her not interested in having Tom. I'm not saying she probably
could have
didn't
been
have
a
like
Tom problem.
a light thing, but like, what do I say when I'm not in the mood to Ian? I'm like, oh, it's me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it really always is me because Ian does look like a Greek god, so that's annoying.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you kind of like deflect. I remember in past relationships, which would be a way better example, I would be like, oh yeah, like I'm so ugly right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like, it's not you. It's
Yeah, it's really me.
me. Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Me.
me. It's
Yes.
me.
I get it.
What's
And
funny
I
about
just
that-
feel like I never, besides the first 2 seasons ever, right, when they were getting all that shit for being together, I never ever felt like she was sexually attracted to him.
Well, I
Like, they're
always
best
felt
friends.
like
Yes,
they were,
I thought they were like 100% into the same
I
thing.
think too. I think they would like shop together,
Yeah,
eat.
I thought it was a
together.
cover up, not like a cover up, but like a beard. And like LA is
That's
a very
a cover up.
I know, but like I feel like
A
a
specific
cover
cover.
up is when it's not exposed, and I feel like a beard is when people are like open and honest with each other. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, as far as I know, she's the only one that's been with the same sex. Lala.
well, as far as you know,
No, Lala went down.
don't
on,
claim to
went
know
down on Ariana in a
everything.
taxi cab.
no, I'm just saying I feel
you
like
talking about
Tom, like Ariana's transparent about her bisexuality and always
Yeah.
has been from
Yeah.
what I've seen. I feel like Tom is too, and he's not. It's not like a screen door.
I could not agree with you more.
I don't know. I think I couldn't disagree with you more.
You think he's straight as an arrow,
Yeah.
long as a Sunday morning.
I think I do. I don't know. I don't get the vibe. I have bad gaydar. though. I
You
don't
have
know.
the worst gaydar
I know.
in history.
I'm
We've
with
talked about
you.
this publicly.
And that's why him and Schwartz could never be. Schwartz is straight.
Hell, maybe I am. I don't even know.
Schwartz is so straight, he can kiss a man and make it unattractive.
Yeah.
Oh, I
But then
love him.
Tom Sandoval is it's different vibe.
It's a different
totally
vibe.
different vibe. I'm gonna say I sided with Alicia on this.
There is
on this.
absolutely nothing wrong with any of it.
No.
It's just a vibe you get.
But just be honest and open. And
yes, because I feel like you putting that out there, it kind of takes away from it being okay, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like,
I
you guys
just
don't.
don't. Here's the reason I don't think he'd be somebody that would hide it. I think he would be somebody that would scream it from the rooftops.
You know who he kind of reminds me of, the vibe he's trying to encapsulate would be like a Harry Styles. You know how like he's everybody's wild card right now?
Yeah.
We're like, who is Harry Styles?
Yeah.
He's wearing dresses.
He's wearing dresses,
Yeah.
but he has this like raging masculinity behind him, and he's
I wouldn't say that about Tom.
which part? The raging
Raging.
masculinity. Yeah. But like when I say raging masculinity, it's not in like this form, it's like in the Elvis form. Like he came out and like women would literally
she just
like
can't stop
pass
thinking about
out
it.
watching him because he was. With Harry Styles, for me, he's just like, wow, like there is something very intriguing and attractive, and I see both energies coming from him.
Really?
Yeah.
And with Tom, I will give him that. Like he speaks well, he dresses well, his music tastes are interesting, and
I like how eccentric he is. I really do.
The-
He's bold.
yes.
I love
Yes.
someone who's very bold.
Yeah.
I love that.
But I've never caught like
I'm not on the bandwagon with you guys
Straight.
today. So far with anything. Harry Styles can get too drunk at a bar, and I am 5 feet tall, and I could pick his little body up and carry him home.
So that's
I'm not
what I
dating
thought.
that guy. You
That's-
have to be bigger than me.
Okay, that's
nuts.
what I thought. You know he's
Like if we're sharing
a big
crop
dude,
tops,
right?
I'm out. Fact check.
Fact check.
No, Harry Styles, I'm blown away. I thought the exact same thing as you. I'm going to pull up his stats right
He's
now.
tall, but he's
The world
No,
is
I
at
think
my
he's,
fingertips. No, he's a big boy.
He's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe a big boy is aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he's like Jack the Pumpkin King or whatever. Like he's very tall and thin.
I also agree
Skeleton
with
King?
everything. And then a few of my clients went to his big concert in LA, and they were explaining to me like the overwhelming feeling they were getting. And one of them was like 20-year-old women in a group, which was cute. And I'm like, okay, to be expected. Another was a mother in her late 40s who brought her 2 teenage girls. And she was like, I mean, I was like fanning myself.
Oh my God.
And I was like, wait, I thought he was a little spearsman. I thought he was a little leprechaun. And she's like, no, he is a jacked man up on stage swinging his tiggly bits.
Well, he did get Olivia Wilde. Settled down with him.
I mean, everybody's on Olivia Wilde, so there's
Really?
that. Yeah.
I mean, just
Which I don't
I
judge.
don't really know.
Stats, right? That's what you say. I have to see how big he is.
I do want to talk about too the wedding you went to, because you just got back in town.
Okay, so
First, we'll hear Harry Styles everyone, so we can
would like
prove
you
he's
to
not
hear
a
it
sprite.
first on Brunch, please.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Michelle was right.
oh.
He is 5'10" and 154 pounds. I could spank him
I could curl him.
comfortably.
I couldn't curl him.
Okay, I regret
could
everything I
carry him
just
home,
said.
though.
I hope you include it all.
Hey, I do want to hear your wedding stuff. You just went to a wedding in Carmel,
Oh, yes.
and I want to put up pictures because
Oh my
holy
gosh.
smokes.
Your dress was amazing.
She has some bones to pick about her dress.
Oh, well, I loved the underboob.
No. My dress, fire.
Be bone.
But I feel like we're entering a realm. I'm 33 this year in a couple months. And I feel like a lot of people are having these elevated premium weddings, as I'm calling them.
Mm-hmm.
We're hitting this weird age realm of like 29 to like 40 of people who are like seriously committing. And I'm starting to notice like people are dressing down, but like elegantly. And I'm like, no, I'm holding strong. I'll wear enough titty for 3 people.
Well, you have enough titty for 5, so
Sure.
yes.
You have to piggyback the rest
love
of the
it.
world.
I
Your
love it.
shoulders must hurt.
I'm Atlas.
Yes, yes.
Oh my God, the man who carried the weight of the world.
Right.
Okay. I am not forfeiting. So I thought we could do like a questionnaire with you ladies. What do
Yeah.
you think? What is too much titty at a wedding? I thought the underboob.
I
Who knew?
think,
Chef's
you
kiss.
know what? I think underboob is super sexy. I think nipple would be where I would call the line. That's it. Other than that, it's like
Nipple or
whatever.
butt crack.
Cover that. You're good. You are literally good.
Okay. Yeah. Sick.
I have a little bit of my dress that I'm wearing on Friday to a wedding, but regardless, under boob, over boob, I don't know, side boob, whatever you call it. I do agree with you that people are not dressing up enough.
They're just not. And I
Girls
guess,
are coming in just like a
Thank
romper
you.
with like a side
Yeah,
cutie.
I don't like that.
yes.
And
And
this
too
is-
matronly too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people are really dressing like their body type
Conservatively,
down.
yeah.
And it's like, I understand where you're at, like headspace wise, like conservative or like, you know, a little bit more out there. But there is a certain elegance that you bring to the table, like dressing to the feminine body. And what I'm seeing is people are just like, oh, I don't want to take away from the bride. Bitch, I want you showing up in my photos. I want to
Also-
flip through the album and be like, oh my God.
Then don't show up in white. That's the only way you
Yes,
show up.
don't
the bride.
show up in white.
Any other color, but you can wear whatever
Nobody
you want.
cares about you.
Right.
I also want
You're
to
giving
say,
yourself too much credit.
if
right.
you're somebody that's going to a wedding saying, I don't want to show up the bride, you
Are a
so
psychopath.
conceited.
Yes.
That is insane.
I've never
This
thought
will
that in my life.
This will be the most beautiful
you.
this woman will look
Thank you.
possibly
Couldn't
for
agree
her
more.
whole life. And if you think you're showing her up by too low of a V-neck, you don't
You
think
think
a lot of that bride.
Yeah,
Her
truly,
dad is
truly.
looking at you like,
She looks
no, he's looking at his baby
Daughter.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
get
You're
outta
The
here.
only
annoying.
things
Get
you
out of
really have
town.
to consider is the venue and the weather. Other than those two things, wear whatever you want. Like if it's, you know, the weather, if it's outside and you have to wear like a little
Like, don't wear
shawl.
suspenders or something.
Right.
Like
Unless you're a
psychos.
man.
But you don't have to
Psychopaths.
worry about not showing up a ride.
Oh my God.
That's
yeah.
too much.
No, the wedding we went to was stunning. It was in the Carmel Valley, which is just, my dad was making me laugh the other day. He goes, Alicia, that's really expensive. And I'm like, just the way I like it. Keeps the riffraff out.
Yes.
And he's like, you are just something.
Real wild.
You know, my dad used to always say when I was younger, it's still pretty true. He said I was a Nordstrom's appetite with a Walmart budget. He was like,
Beautiful. I read that
Yeah.
poem once.
My dad said something to me not as poetic. I have a champagne taste with a Bud Light budget.
there you go. Same
and that
idea.
must mean I drink too much and have for a very long time. So, agree or
showing 'em up.
disagree? Can you underdress for a wedding?
Agree.
No.
Yeah, you can
No, I'm saying don't do it.
Oh yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't
Don't do it.
downplay it. Like, just don't. Also, I don't care how you feel about your legs. If you are under 40, you need a slit in your dress. You look wild.
You look like you're waddling around with potatoes.
Yeah, and like those are for like, 40 plus. And like, I mean, honestly, between J-Lo and Jennifer Aniston, it's 50 plus. They're moving
Yeah.
the dial right back.
That dial
Okay?
is getting.
Get a little reformer Pilates and like do your best. A little
Jane
Versatan. Never hurt anybody, but
Her body's
Jesus.
banging.
People are coming in these like matronly gowns. And I'm like,
Alicia
Frankly,
was in a
it's-
wedding.
it's
She
rude.
couldn't have a slit in her dress. And she told me when she got the pictures back, she looked like a big hot dog wrapped in a tight tablecloth. Because she didn't have a slit in her dress. The way she is passionate about this slit, just do it, guys. If she catches you at a wedding without one,
She'll be in the corner with the scissors. She'll
she's
just
throwing
make her
elbows.
own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I'm always a good sport. I wore exactly what was told of me to wear. But I think that dressing down like that only affects your wedding party and your photos thereafter. And I even think this is included of guests. Like you need to be,
Comfortable.
looking good.
Yeah. And if
At
you
a
don't feel like
black
you
tie
look
wedding.
good, you're
Yeah,
not
especially if
gonna
it
have a good
says
time.
black tie on it. Oh, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
do
this
it.
is going to be a really simple one.
Drop the
Okay.
hammer.
If it says black tie on it, that means black tie, full suit, full tux. This will shock you. This is the part. Black tie.
Yeah.
I know, you heard it
Where's
here
the
first.
confusion? Did people come
Oh,
up in
yes.
like Hawaiian shirts?
No, I would say no, absolutely not. And like, no.
Okay.
Especially with this particular group. I mean, everybody was suited and
Okay.
booted, in my opinion. Like, came out here. But like, it's rude to go to a formal event where a dress code has been strict and not show up for that. And here's the thing. The world, again, is at your fingertips. We carry little computers with us everywhere we go. If you are confused,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just pictured a little old Apple Macintosh computer,
Oh my gosh.
and like a keyboard in the pocket.
you know what?
I don't
It's
know
been
why.
done before. It's called the
yeah,
sidekick.
if you need it, yes.
And I had one.
I did too.
And it was righteous.
And you would flick it out.
Yeah.
And, yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
actually
gosh,
felt
it was
really
great.
cool doing
Yeah.
Either way, you guys, please, for formal events, show up.
I'm going to report back. I'm going to a wedding on Friday, so I'll report back.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
people are
tell them
dressed.
about the wedding you're going to, because these people might be going down as the coolest people in history.
It's New Orleans, and it's
Not.
sorry. I said that pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's in New Orleans.
Yeah, there she goes.
Yeah.
And it's on St. Patrick's Day. And the reception on the site says it goes till like midnight. Mommy has not stayed up. Well, I did with you. Never mind. That would have been a lie.
Can't lie to you guys.
Anyways, I'll tell you, I'm going to record stuff. I'm going to send it in. We'll play some of
yeah.
it back.
I would
Yeah.
love to. I would love to.
I want to see a gator. I want to get in a boat that hovers across the river and see a gator and eat a frog leg. I'm just kidding. My little brother wants to move to New Orleans because he loves it so much. And I absolutely love the South. So I have like a whole list of restaurants, a whole list of places, a list of places not to go that people tell you to go. Like the Carousel Bar.
I loved it.
Why
Sorry.
do they say I
went.
They
why?
say you have to wait like 30 minutes to go inside.
Depends on when we get there.
Okay, so
You may not
check
get a
in, go do
drink.
some shit, come back.
Yeah.
Right?
I was walking there. No, Ian and I got so lucky. We came at a great time, but I did get a little drunk walking there. And
That's
I went.
shocking.
I didn't realize it was.
It is an actual carousel.
So
Oh my
we
God.
were moving,
I should have said that.
and I was like, Ian, somebody roofied me. And he's like, you're less intelligent than I give you credit for, but I love you. We're moving around in a circle.
You roofied yourself.
So the carousel
Always.
bar is actually, you sit in like carousel seats and it very slowly moves around. That's why I could see it. Somebody had a video of it and I couldn't tell that it was moving.
I couldn't
from the
for
naked
almost
eye.
30
So,
minutes. And
yeah.
Ian was like,
30 minutes?
You think we just...
You were
Well,
less intelligent than I give
We
you credit for.
literally ended up on the opposite side of the bar. And I was like, oh,
Wait
it's
a
happening
minute.
again.
Where am I?
Where am I?
I'm so excited to go there though. We have really bad weather.
I would
but
just
I
check it
know.
out, because here's the thing. It's so old and so stunning that you just, even if you don't get a drink there, which I would understand,
I mean,
go
I'm going
look
to
at
stick
it.
my arm in and take a picture.
You should. And this hotel that it's actually in is stunning. Like,
Yeah.
everything there. Oh, I have a good question for us in our little question time.
Do it now. I'll
If
do
you
question
had
time right now.
this was asked me at this wedding this weekend. If you had not an unlimited amount of money, but like you hit the lottery, where would one of your like first vacation homes be bought?
Oh.
A cruise ship and I would just never get off of it.
Probably Greece, because I've always wanted to live Santorini or something amazing that I could just, I'm going to go to my home in Greece.
I would literally buy a cruise ship on it and like live on a cruise ship and just invite out friends when I got sick of the ones that were living with me.
Next.
That
I'm on the
feels
water.
very
Where would you,
accurate.
what would you
Yeah,
wear?
My
It is
answer
accurate for
was
me.
genuinely like New Orleans, like an old, spooky, dark, eclectic house.
I want to do a ghost
in New
tour.
Orleans with a
Real bad.
staircase and a secret doorway, and
You move a book and a
like
thing
little
opens.
poltergeist. Like I'd get saged every time I left at the airport, and I have like a nickname, my little poltergeist.
Well, then I'll visit you there. You can visit me in Greece.
You want your
That's
nickname to
perfect.
be my little poltergeist?
Well, I think I'd have
That
nice
is
ones,
crazy.
and I'd probably have some mean ones. I think it's the sky's the limit. But yeah, it
I
would
think
be
you're
New
my
Orleans.
you're my little muffin man. It
I
just
think-
came to me.
I think that would like antagonize the poltergeist. So another thing too,
Poltergeist.
you cannot bring poltergeist. Yeah,
Poltergeist.
poltra.
Polter.
This is grammar.
No,
here.
no. Have you seen the movie
Or is it-
the Poltergeist, or have you seen the movie The Poltergeist?
Poltergeist.
That's what she said poltergeist.
I thought it was Poltergeist.
I think you gotta do one of these. I'm
no,
gonna start
I
calling
think you're
you
saying
Ed.
it wrong.
I think
Call
we're
me
saying
Lenny. You know what my nickname is? I'm like Lenny from like Mice and Men or something. I got a
my
mouse in my
gosh.
pocket. I'm petting it.
You guys, as of this time, please just dress up. Buy the dress. Don't buy the
Yes.
dress. I do rent the one way. When we show you the dress that I do, I rent all of my fabulous clothes from this because I'm never wearing that
Will you
dress
submit
again.
your 2 outfits that I was obsessed with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you
I
get
wanna
your
put
white boots?
A picture up if you can.
So you can say it before they see the picture.
Oh, all those white boots I actually bought from like because they're a Free People dupe.
Okay.
So I bought
No.
them from like a super.
You could do Free People, Doc Martin. They're just the cutest, like Doc Martin white booty.
Yes.
That she wore with this floral flowing.
Oh, we're
gown.
going. Yeah.
She
Pebble
was like,
Beach area.
I'm a little bit punk. I'm a little bit rock and
Yeah, I
roll.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we are.
Oh my gosh,
Perfect.
you guys, on this day, Brandon and I got engaged.
How many years ago?
Happy engagement. Let
4
me
years
see
ago.
that. Did you get engaged at the?
Disneyland?
Oh.
You guys.
Yeah. It just popped up. Well, when I posted it, apparently.
Oh my goodness.
It was on the 12th. But it was posted.
Okay,
It just
So
said
cute.
my memory.
Nice
All right,
ring
we're
choice,
ready.
Raymond.
Well, thank you. Yes.
Do you think it's more important for someone to be smart, or is it better depending on compatible zodiac signs?
In the long run, compatible zodiac signs. But for like, you know, some good times, I think being smart is very helpful for any relationship.
Yeah, I was wondering which kind of smart that question was coming from. I think they're talking about Machine Gun Kelly smart.
Yeah, they're talking about the smartness of it all, I think.
Oh, yeah. Long run for sure.
But the long run, you need to be compatible. This is my advice.
Yeah.
Compatibility is key because you're going to
The smarter
be living,
he is, the more compatible.
we're going to be living, well, not always. The smarter they are, they like to show off their smartness sometimes to
True.
other people. So I would say, honestly, compatibility is more important.
100%.
Final answer.
Not even a real question.
Nice.
But we love it.
Yes, but we like smartness too.
Yeah. Okay. So we talked about the weddings. We talked about travel. Have we broached the seasonal depression that is going on across the West Coast?
I have it.
Current news.
I have it.
Let's hit it.
I'm telling you guys, I called Alicia last week and she picked up the phone and I was like, hello. And she's like, when do you need me to come? And she was at my house the next day.
It was an SOS call.
I hit.
Yeah.
And she can hear it in my voice, thankfully, because I had spoken to a lot of friends that week and they were like, all right, well, have fun with your sick kids at home. Bye.
Bill.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, it was just, I had sick kids. We had snow days. We had a blizzard. The day after we had the blizzard, we had another 3 feet of snow. I'm 5 feet tall. The berms on the side of my driveway
Were
taller
wild, you
than
guys.
6 feet. I was at the point where I was hiking up the side of the berm to throw the snow because I wasn't tall enough to throw it on top anymore. I was like out my driveway crying in my pajamas and my slippers one day, like just not crying, but like there was a tear here and there. And I was like, this is my life. Sucks.
Sounds terrible.
I hate this. And 2 of my neighbors came out and rescued me and were like, hey, we've got snow blowers. Go inside. It's going to take us 10. So they totally saving grace, living in a great neighborhood. But then it was just like one bad thing after the other. And I do think a lot of it is the weather.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of the depression I feel is the weather.
And you can get through the first part of the winter because you're like, well, by St. Patrick's Day at least, we'll be, you know, in a light coat. No,
You guys,
I'm in
this
a
West
pink
Coast
parka.
winter has been murdering us all.
Yes.
Okay. And I want you to know, if you are basically from Utah on, we all stand with you
Yes.
because this is upsetting times.
And if you're from
Frankly.
California and you just moved to Reno, this is our winter every year. So
Go
get out and
back.
sell your house. I'm looking for one.
Even Pasadena,
Go back to
it
the
snowed in
Bay.
Pasadena.
Also, I'll visit you
It
there.
even snowed in Pasadena and it snowed in Tucson.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
Even San Diego right now has terrible weather. My family's in San Clemente and they're like getting torrential weather.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
One of my clients
do you
left
guys
this morning
want to
for LA.
hear what I'm doing tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. She read, oh my gosh.
You guys, the weather all over the world. And by the way, every time I open up Newsbreak, it's like, Southwest plane falls out of the sky. United plane almost hits the ocean. And I'm like, we shouldn't travel right now. And Dave's like, we have a trip this week and then a week after that and then 2 weeks after that. And I'm like, cool, I have to
It's
get on
already
airplanes.
booked.
I also, to
Dang it.
preface
What are you
this,
gonna
I
do?
do have a fear of heights and I'm very claustrophobic, so I hate flying.
Okay.
I used to love it, but after I had my kids, it like changed the hormone balance in my body or
Yeah.
something. If I'm not with them, I'm okay. But now I've been checking the weather for 10 days. Here's tomorrow, my layover. Strong thunderstorms, damaging winds, large hail, possibly a tornado or 2 with other storms. High 79. Winds
Or
at
2.
25 miles an hour with 45 mile per hour gusts. Chance of storms 90%. And then it has a red exclamation point and it says severe. I'm like,
I will
A tornado
this is my
or
last
two.
episode.
Like,
I just died.
Hey,
I'm dying tomorrow.
okay.
Taking my whole family
no.
with me.
Can we take? I know that's what gives me the
If
most
my kids weren't with
anxiety.
me, I'd be
know.
like, I don't care.
That's why,
I've lived
as
my
a
life.
mom, everything changes because then you get like this. Now you have to protect all these other humans.
All these other little derps.
Ian and I have a joke on the plane. I love you. He hates me.
No. I want you to tell a specific story.
Oh no, this is every flight.
No, I want you to
So
tell me.
after the
get in, you
kids,
sit
I
down.
experienced exactly what Michelle did. I had borderline no fear of death, truly,
Same.
until the day Kane was born.
Yeah.
Whoop. I mean, I've put myself in some pretty hairy situations. And I've been like, it'll buff out.
Yeah.
And it did. And
It always does.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Here we are today. You guys, the day my son was born, I was like, everything is
Yes.
it's just me and this child.
Do you
And
have
now I'm a
dreams
gypsy.
of like pushing him across the street in a stroller and a bus just comes?
I think
I had
if
crazy
we can
stuff.
be
Weird
serious,
dreams. Yeah.
not only dreams, I had weird visions constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one of my most vivid, disgusting things I think that happens to a woman between basically whole postpartum, which I consider 1 year. Right? From
Yeah.
the time baby's born to 1 year, you are in full postpartum, breastfeeding.
5 years.
I was carrying him. We were at a restaurant inside one of the casinos, and I was carrying him down the escalator. And I had this horrible vision of him. You know what I mean? Just like
I saw it right then.
obtrusive.
Was it Kane?
Like it was Kane, and
I
it was
saw it.
kind of weird because I thought it only happened to women. And Ian and I were in the car, and we were in like a weird mood. I couldn't remember. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I had like this," and I told him about it. I was like, "It was just this like dark thought," and he was
Like
like,
even
"That's-"
right now, you can't say it out loud because
yeah.
it's so dark.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I think all
'Cause you can't get it
mothers, almost all, if not all, have had these like obtrusive thoughts that come in, and it really was.
I still have them.
Everybody,
like
tell your moms
currently,
you love them tonight.
I mean, not as often
Yeah.
as when they were
Love 'em.
little, but I still do have.
It does
I mean, they creep
dissipate.
in
Yeah.
and out, and I will like have a nightmare or just a vision of some kind. And
Do you
really,
force yourself? I think this is the difference. This is the two roads moms go down. And again, this isn't about negligence, but like, do you force yourself to let your kids do things when those weird thoughts come in? Because
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do all
Yeah.
the time. Like,
Yeah.
my biggest thing, my kids are 6 and 3 right now. And I'm like, okay, stop. You can't behave like this.
Yeah.
Ian was so cute. We just had this conversation this morning because I told him Kane's spring camp. And I was like, he's going to like be killing it. It might as well be Cancun.
Kane is tiny Brad Pitt. He is the coolest kid.
So cute. And he was like, he's doing all of that? They're like taking him places? And I was like, just 2 days that week. He's going to like party and have so much fun. And he was like, where's it at? And I was like, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to go there. I was
I'm gonna
like,
watch.
are you
He's
serious?
gonna be the head in the box.
No,
He wants to watch it.
Ian's headed to
I'm a
watch.
TV. Don't worry about me.
Ian and it was the most sweet thing because he was like, I have to drop in. He was like, do they have enough people? Do they have like, are they watching all those kids? Like they're going
Well,
places?
I get nervous too. Even a field trip, I'm like, I'm the chaperone. 'Cause, like, I have to be there. But when COVID was here and they went on field trips and you couldn't volunteer, oh my gosh, that was wild. I had severe anxiety.
Well,
So
I
know what
loved it.
Ian's talking
Ian
about.
was so sweet. He's like, I'll just drop in. Like, what time is it from and from? He's like, they probably need extra hands. And I was
Yeah.
like, I love you
Yeah.
so much. Because for me, when I read that, I was immediately like, oh, he's not going to that. He's not going to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I called them. I mean, to back him up a little bit, I'm not dropping in. I called them to like talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Kane, he's doing swimming. And I was like, Kane doesn't swim exceptionally well. And they're like, no, this is also our job. We'll start there, parent. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then we have divisions of kids. Every kid is tested first, and then they go into their specific group by wristband.
And I think
I
Michael's
was like,
going
oh,
to
you
the
have
same
it covered.
one. He'll just be an older one at like the same week as Kane, which is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
But the story I wanted you to tell, just to circle back to me dying tomorrow on an airplane crash.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Alicia, so I had broken my leg and I had severe flight anxiety. So my doctor prescribed me, what's that thing that relaxes you?
Ativan?
Xanax.
Lorazepam?
She prescribed me Xanax, but I was also on Percocet because I had
broken your foot.
broken my leg in like all these places and I had all this
leg.
metal and I was in like a ton of pain.
Wait,
so
how did you break your leg? Because I don't know this. Oh, are we not?
That's another day. That's a really fun one.
I'm going to tell you, I fell off a haystack.
And we'll circle back.
Okay, go on.
Ass over head, I fell off a haystack and broke my leg. Sober. Just want to say that. Dead sober.
15 minutes in.
I think if I was drinking, I wouldn't have broken my leg, by the way. Anyways, I did save a little girl. Long story. I'm a hero. Anyways, so I'm on Percocet and Xanax, and I have this horrible flight, and I'm like, Alicia, the weather's so bad. It's like right now with all these atmospheric rivers or whatever they're calling them. And it was just a really bad year for flying. Every flight I went on, there were bins opening, there were things going, like nobody could serve you. And I'm like, Alicia, you're going to Vegas. That was my worst flight. Here's a Xanax. And she's like, she has no fear of flying. She doesn't have cane yet. So she comes back. Her flight is it's like dropping like 400 feet at a time, like going side to side. Yeah. She takes the Xanax. She also can use her phone on the flight. Who do you think she called to say goodbye to?
You. This is it. I took the Xanax and I'm out. Is that what she said?
I was like, have you called Ian? And she's like, no, I'm going to die. I
called him after.
Did you end up calling Ian
I did. I called Michelle.
Ian's going to fact check this next week.
And I called my sister Kaylee. And the beautiful
you didn't call Joe? She was with you.
No, Joanna wasn't with me on that trip. I called Kaylee because I needed a ride. But I love both of my sisters so much. But like Joanna's not going to come get me, let's be honest. So what happened with that is it was a rough flight and we were all coming back and everybody on the plane, because it was so turbulent, they were violently ill. I have first and last
from Vegas.
First and last. This is how turbulent the flight. First and last flight I've ever been on, and I fly a lot.
Yeah.
Where I visibly and audibly heard people vomiting across the plane. The bags were like, and I was like, well, now's a better time than ever. I'm not kidding you. I really did. I didn't actually know what Xanax really did. I thought it was like an Advil.
I'm so scared on a flight that even when I take Xanax, I get groggy, but I'm so scared I cannot go to sleep. That's how bad my fear of flying is.
Also, Michelle messed her own story up. The reason she had Xanax, the doctor did not prescribe her Xanax and Percocet. It was because you were traveling.
Carrie prescribed me Xanax for traveling. Yes. Percocet was for my broken leg.
She had started.
I didn't have like a back alley doctor that was just dealing me
that
things.
Sounded crazy because that's not how it happened. Yeah. Her regular doctor was like, okay, the flight anxiety has gotten out of control, and it really had. She was starting to get really weird about it.
Panic attacks, like full on, or like
before she was flying with Michael, she was getting bad. Yes.
Yeah.
I would say
she took me to the airport on the flight that I had that was really bad. And it was like all of a sudden the flight attendants run to their seats and they tell everyone to buckle up. And it like the bins were opening. One of the carts came down. There was stuff. And I was like, Michael slept. My son slept through the whole thing. And I was bracing myself on the seat in front of me, popping Xanax. And going, and the lady next to me was crying. And then we took a connector flight from Vegas to Dallas, and that flight was fabulous. Yeah. And this lady runs into me. They've, of course, lost everyone's luggage. I didn't have any clothes for Christmas. And she goes, I saw you crying. And I go, I saw you crying too. And I was standing next to my dad, who was a pilot for 30 years. And she goes, I'm a pilot, and that was the worst flight I've ever been on. Yeah. She was actually crying.
Yeah.
And I was like,
so how did you feel after, when you got off eating all the Xanax?
I felt fine because I got so pumped up and I had so much panic. When I woke up the next day, I felt like bruised, because I guess that's a panic attack. You feel very bruised all over your body.
Yeah, because everything's so tight.
Also, people, I learned this. By the way, that was my first and last Xanax experience. Never had it before, never had it after.
I never had it after that, after my flight with it either.
Because I have to tell you, but they say people with real anxiety, I know people who have like long-term prescription, like it doesn't affect you like that when it's treating when it's treating the true anxiety, like it's doing exactly what it's supposed to. It's trying to get you back to ground zero. When you're like me,
literally ground zero.
I took a Xanax for irresponsible reasons. I was like, this plane smells like vomit. I'm kind of annoyed. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. And I'm a little drunk still. Don't recommend. Did it. Pop. And we were flying around Reno. I know we have to wrap up, but we were flying around Reno. low enough to get cell service. So I was on the phone talking to people I knew. High on Xanax, kind of drunk. And I was like, it's not so bad, but if I die, know how I feel about you. And it was you and Ian. I married him later, which I think is cool.
She did marry him later.
And I had my sister pick me up, and she was like, God, you must be so tired. That sounded crazy. And I was like, take me to Ian's house. He wasn't at his house. He was actually working. So she took me to his job, which was also my job at the time.
Is that when he was immersed?
It was so fun. No, I don't regret anything. We had a wild night.
Good.
Yeah. I think that's
I
an
love
important
it.
story.
Yeah, I think that's great.
I don't know. To wrap it up, I'm flying into a tornado tomorrow.
Oh,
I'll probably never see any of you again.
Oh my gosh.
That's true.
No, a tornado or two.
Oh yeah.
It's not
a tornado or two.
just
Yes.
Damaging winds and golf ball size hail. If I get stuck there, Trophy Club, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Also, number 2, nobody cheats on Ariana.
Nobody.
Except for Tom, but he cheats on everybody. Lesson learned. Raquel,
And
Rachel.
Regardless
Rachel.
of patterns, nobody deserves to be cheated on. But I think it's all important that we recognize them, whether you're in a current situation or not.
And if the girl you're cheating
Stay
with
aware.
is hotter, go ahead and do it. I'm just kidding.
Also, she's joking.
I am
Funny
totally
story.
joking.
Secondly, Team Ariana, you are the hottest thing, in my opinion. I think you are tasteful.
Yeah.
I think you are beautiful. I
She's
just
the
assume your
coolest.
vagina is awesome.
She's
Yeah.
the coolest. She
is
is
the
smart.
coolest.
She's classy. She has a sandwich shop. Who doesn't like sandwiches? I love a sandwich.
I love a sandwich.
I love
Something
a sandwich.
about her feels like she's like a little hood and a little classy, which is just like right up my alley.
Yes. Yes.
Instead of Willow being
Let's-
my nickname, could it be Ariana?
No.
Ugh.
Well, why don't we take a trip
You guys are
to
never gonna
have
let me
one
out
of
of
her
that.
sandwiches? And let's go.
We've been trying to go to Sir for 10 years.
Brandon and I went. We went on.
I heard it's
LA.
not great.
Well,
Sorry.
it was
Lisa.
okay. We went to Sir. We didn't go to Casablanca, but we did go to Tom Tom.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
heard
we-
Sir's
We
furniture is
actually
very
met
small.
Tom Schwartz. We saw Sheena. Anyways, we met them all. We have photos.
Is Sheena insanely beautiful in real life?
She is. She really is.
Is Tom tall?
He's so tall.
Oh, he looks
Tom
tall.
Schwartz is like 6'2", 6'3".
That's why
Brandon loves him, and I had to go up to him, and I was like, "Can you do me a favor?" And he was so nice, you guys. He was like, "Sure. What? How can I help you?" I was like, "My fiance. We were not married." I said, "My fiance, huge fan. He's right over here. Would you mind
Come on over."
saying
Was he
hello
so
to
cool?
him?" He's so cool. And he came over and he hugged Brandon. They had this bromance. They took some photos. We took a selfie. And then we kissed in front of the Tom Tom kiss.
I wonder if Brandon and Tom still write each other those pen pal letters.
They
were doing.
might. But they're both straight,
We'll
but they
have
love
Brandon
each other.
confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. True story. Anyways.
I never kiss and tell, ladies.
Just so you all heard that, he said he never kisses and tells.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
This, hey, we got a juicy story for you next week. We're gonna get it out of him. All right, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up? We gotta go. I gotta pick up some kids at school. I gotta pack for my tornado flight. Damn it! Oh, I'm so upset. All right,
We have to sing again, I guess.
hold on. I gotta calm down for our audience.
Okay.
I'm
You could
back.
do the new one. You could do the new one again.
Back.
The new
What?
song. Oh yeah. See you next Tuesday.
Also, we will see you next Tuesday.
Brunch, please. I'm just trying some different things. Okay, that one went over like a lead balloon.
I loved it.
Brunch, please. I changed it back.
Well, all in the name of fucking TV.
I do the best I can. I'm not a songbird.
Hold up. Hey,